AOH, I've got one for the members section. Maybe I'll make it public at some point. But this is just for you guys for now, because I know that you understand my pain. And shame on YouTube for the videos that you are suggesting. Like that I'm even having to see the crap that I'm about to complain about today. These no talent, no thinking for themselves, LeBron worshiping scumbags. And this is in my feed. I need to hear one of these idol worshipers praising their idol. And then you got the professional idol worshiper, Stephen A. Smith. I'm going to combine both of these. Now, you already know who Stephen A. Smith is, but I'm not going to show or let you hear the audio of the idol worshiping amateur, because these people do not need any views or likes. They do not need their bullshit to be spread. People like me, you don't have to like my content, but I do research what I talk about, and I do break down game film. So rather than these intangible ideologies about why we're supposed to like LeBron James, I show you what's unlikable with tangible evidence. Now, this guy, right off the bat, says, we've got to start appreciating this man. We've got to start It's been 21 years of the NBA telling us to appreciate him. What year do you think this has been lacking? And most people were buying into it until he became so... People started waking up, except for people like you. And then they go on. He's exceeded all expectations. He hasn't cheated on his wife. He's a good family. Stop. The F are you talking about? Not cheating on your wife is exceeding expectations? First of all, I couldn't give less of a shit if he cheated on his wife. I could not be a billionaire, pro athlete, celebrity, and be in a monogamous relationship. No, stupid. It defeats the purpose of being a rich and famous man. Just don't get married. I don't know why these people get married. Let's also be honest. You have no idea. You have no idea. As far as you know, they have a contractual agreement that he can do this and that and the other thing as long as she gets X amount of money. You know, he has not done Bronny James any favors, so don't say he's a good dad. Fucking stealing the limelight from his son while putting undue pressure on his son. But look what we're talking about. This is a dumb conversation. Why are we talking about his personal life? Oh, I know why. Because he can't talk about his game. And in another way, this is flipped because when you couldn't criticize Michael Jordan's game, people turned to trying to attack his personal life. Whereas with LeBron James, because his game needs you to look somewhere else, you instead talk about his personal life, which you actually don't know anything about. He's led a clean life. Really? I mean, other than the blatant steroid use that only the most delusional of fans could claim that he's not using. And by the way, you're the same fan base that as soon as it's proven that he is using steroids will say that it's fine. You'll make an excuse for it. You know why you said appreciate greatness, appreciate what you're seeing, folks? Because the TV told you to say that. You people can't even form your own thoughts. You literally sound like an echo of what the announcers on the television say. You have learned from modern media that making excuses is all that matters and makes everything okay. Stephen A. Smith, a shining example along with the entire ESPN panel. I mean, when you have Malika Andrews, Stephen A. Smith, and Kendrick Perkins all sitting at the same table, my God, you are in for some shit. So, of course, Stephen A. Smith isn't going to say, shame on LeBron James for not making sure that the Lakers won when he broke the 40,000 point mark. Nope. Blame the team. In this case, specifically, blame Anthony Davis.
You ain't going to stop Jokic, which didn't happen. But what you have to do if you're Anthony Davis is nullify what he gives you by making sure you give the same.
Whatever happened to get it done? Did you see LeBron James at the end of the game? How are you going to absolve him from the responsibility of those last possessions? Stephen A. Smith and all those whom you have infected with your type of thinking, these children who can't form their own thoughts, it's you who's responsible for kids seeing a grown man, a 250-pound 39-year-old, not get fouled, get the call anyway, and then shrug his shoulders and shake his head like he can't believe how great he is after cheating the game. You fanboys, if you can look at that and think that's okay, then your opinion doesn't matter and should never be voiced because you are disgusting. Don't let these people vote. Don't let them reproduce. Rui Hachimura put on a clinic. LeBron James needs to go to Rui Hachimura's summer basketball camp and learn how to shoot threes, mid-ranges, and layups because Rui did it all with better defenders on him than LeBron James. Rui had 3 fewer points than LeBron on 5 fewer attempts. Let's look at the free throws and 2 fewer free throws, which I see LeBron missed both. What's wrong with this guy mentally? He is just breaking down. But Stephen A. Smith, wait a minute. 82-38. I'm sorry, I'm seeing the Boston Golden State halftime score. This is what I'm talking about. The fucking NBA, you can't take this shit seriously. Who cares if LeBron James scores 50,000 points in this fucking idiot league? 82-38. So let's get to Anthony Davis. Stephen A. Smith shits on Anthony Davis.
You can't have Nikola Jokic dropping 35 and Anthony Davis answering with 17. You just can't do it.
Well, LeBron James had 20 attempts. How do you expect Anthony Davis to have more points if LeBron James is taking that many more shots than him? You know, and it's spread across the team. Rui took 15. Austin took 12. Russell took 13. 4, 6, 3, 3. That's a lot of shot attempts spread across people. And we've got 67% shooting. We've got a 50% shooting. We've got another 60% shooting. We've got Rui at 67%. AD was at 54 and LeBron was at 60. Do Anthony Davis's 11 rebounds count for anything? Does the fact that LeBron James had 0 offensive rebounds mean anything? That he had 4 rebounds total mean anything? How about Anthony Davis's blocks? Because this is against the best player in the league, someone who executes on an incredible level. You know, when he's not going to be athletically better than AD, but he clearly knows how to think his way into a scoring opportunity. And AD blocked him. I watched AD block him. Is that not worth anything? And did you see AD's 7'6" wingspan challenging Jokic, who hit a three-pointer off the glass falling backward? Oh, well, fuck you, AD. Why didn't you stop that? Who could have stopped that? I'm sure LeBron was watching with his hands on the hips, catching his breath in the corner.
That, to me, is one of the reasons that LeBron James is allowed to take breaks on the court and rest and pick his spots, when to conserve and when to exert.
Wow. JJ Redick said so much shit last night. He threw me for a loop there. But there's Anthony Davis with 3 blocks. 2 of them were on Jokic. 2 of them were on who will soon be the league MVP. And you shit on that guy. JJ Redick. LeBron James is allowed to take breaks on the court. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. He could be 90. If you need to take a break on the court, you shouldn't be on the court. Stop brainwashing these idol worshipers who come on YouTube and repeat what you say. I'm looking at the shot chart for LeBron James now. What do you know? Everything green is within the restricted zone. I wonder why AD wasn't getting more touches in the paint when your small forward is living down there. How about running the offense for Anthony Davis if you're going to complain that Anthony Davis didn't score more? Everything outside the restricted zone is red for LeBron James, even inside the free throw line. Oh, shit. Nope, he had a three-pointer. My bad. Fucking appreciate greatness. Appreciate it while you can, folks. Shit, that's enough. I don't need to keep going. Wait, one more thing about that. I've said it before, so at the risk of repeating myself, when you complain about the job Anthony Davis did against a guy who's doing things we haven't seen before, like the numbers Jokic is putting up are mind-boggling, and all you can do is complain about him as if the only way that LeBron can win is if you had Jokic, then you're proving that we shouldn't be that excited about LeBron James. I mean, all you want is the best center on your team is what you're saying, because Anthony Davis is one of the best centers in the NBA right now, and it's not good enough for you. This LeBron James era has killed competitive basketball and taught people that you should expect to have the best of everyone on your squad, and it still be respectable if you finally manage to win something with a stacked squad. Did you see Rui Hachimura next to Jokic? I mean, Rui's almost as tall as Jokic is, and he's an afterthought on that Lakers team. He's a luxury on that Lakers team. Okay, it's time for the actual game film breakdown. Listen, whatever flaws you want to claim the Lakers have, I see them busting their asses out there. The only one that I see giving less than 100%, well, nobody in the NBA gives 100%. What are we going to say is par in the NBA? 75? Okay, the only one I see giving even less than 75% is LeBron. And yet everyone else takes the blame. I can't imagine how deflating it is to bust your ass the way that the Lakers did, only to have LeBron inexplicably chuck up this three-pointer with the entire shot clock left. That was the end. That was the end of the Lakers' chances. Thanks, LeBron. You got me sounding like I'm a Laker fan. I can't imagine what it's like to be his teammate. That air ball at the beginning of the game, I don't think I've ever heard NBA announcers go so quiet. Well, we're not allowed to say anything.
Help side. Unfortunately, that time LeBron James just a little too late when he was the low man.
I got to point something out. In today's NBA, that lane is wide open and welcoming. The worst thing you have to face is someone swiping at the ball from the side. Nobody stands in your way. LeBron James doesn't even have to adjust his path to the basket. Do you understand how unimpressive that is compared to the people who found their way to the rim when players were allowed to clog the lane and get in your way and weren't afraid to knock you to the ground if you had the nerve to keep driving the lane? Stop telling me to appreciate this. It sucks. As if that isn't bad enough, we have this 6'9", 250-pound guy who's allowed straight line layups complaining that somebody reached their arm in from the side a little too close to him. Why did this piece of shit fall down? There's no reason to fall down. Oh, except that you want to stay on your knees for a little bit and milk it. Look at me. Look what I can do when no one's allowed to stop me. Look at this. This is the big point right here. Does that lane not look inviting? I mean, that is a slow motion move ending with an underhand layup. Fuck. This has no chance. This is a much better decision than kicking it out to D'Angelo Russell. You can tell D'Angelo knows LeBron has no interest in passing it. And yet Stephen A. Smith also called out D'Lo for not scoring more. Watch this one. I already know what's going to happen from there because he doesn't have to make adjustments.
So James down a lane, layup shot blocked by Watson.
So after he continues in a straight line all the way from one end to the other, he has the nerve to complain about a foul that did not take place. He got swatted, period. You're telling me to appreciate a guy who complains about fouls that don't exist when he already has the luxury of dribbling in a straight line from one end to the other? This is what you call a waste of a screen, a waste of a wide open three-pointer. I wonder why Anthony Davis doesn't have more shot attempts. Oh, he's setting screens for a guy who can only shoot 5 games of the year. This is called dislodging. It's illegal. Just because you're bigger than someone does not mean that you're allowed to knock them down in order to make your way to the rim. It's in the NBA rule book. But when LeBron does it, the announcers say, oh, he just overwhelmed the defender. Secondly, why does your 6'9", 250-pound ass have to knock someone over to get within 1 foot of the rim instead of just turning around and shooting a regular shot over someone much smaller than you in the first place, you no-talent bitch? Take a good long look, LeBron fans. That is LeBron James' shooting range. Christian Brown is 6'6", 218. Why are you backing your ass into him instead of just showing us an actual basketball move and shot? Oh, right, because this is your shooting range. Someone slightly similar in size, but still quite smaller, challenges LeBron and he says, I'm not going to the rim. Here's what happens when he makes that choice. Nope. Here we go. A fan favorite. Defender makes a legal play.
Najee, bank shot is good, and the foul. Some great initial defense.
LeBron James trying to reach his shooting range. Does not get fouled. Comes all the way down, rests his foot on the ground, and is allowed to still shoot it while being given a bullshit and one. And he is delusional enough to roll his shoulders and shake his head and congratulate himself. Appreciate the greatness. Appreciate the greatness. I appreciate that we are seeing the end of the world when cunts are on the internet saying that we should be appreciating this.
LeBron shot that on the way down. He does, in fact, shoot it on the way down, so much so that his right foot is on the ground.
Basket shouldn't have counted, and I'll be honest with you, on that replay, Zeke Najee's in position. That's great verticality. That shouldn't have been a foul.
Here's LeBron James getting to his shooting range. Someone actually contests, and his 250-pound ass acts like his steroid-swollen shoulder was injured by no contact. Watch the Red Sea part for LeBron James. Go right on through and block yourself, or whatever the fuck that was. And did you see his hands? They came up in the questioning position, the complaining position, and he is so confused by how badly he fucked up. He's like, well, I'm just going to stay down here. I can't actually complain even though my hands went up. Let me casually pretend like I didn't put them up. And you want me to appreciate this? Is this what they mean when they say that LeBron fans are fatherless? They have no father figures, no strong male role models like LeBron James. You guys actually want to emulate this behavior? There it is. The look of an assassin, the look of a leader, eye of the tiger. That guy is going to lead you to a victory. Just look at that body language. Or, JJ Redick, is this the appropriate time to take a break on the court when you are down with a minute and a half remaining? Why not take a break right here? Or why not chuck up an off-balance three with most of the shot clock remaining instead of getting a better look? You just shot your team out of their last good chance. Now it will literally be a miracle to win, but you're going to make sure that that miracle never takes place single-handedly. This is your boy right here. Some people got on my channel and said, I can't believe you didn't talk about that. Hey, you know, the Nuggets didn't even react. I was like, maybe somebody touched the ball, even though I don't even think touching the ball means you get to start your dribble over entirely. This is like me playing with the kindergartners, the first graders, and you're like, screw it, they're just learning. Let them pick the ball up again and try again. This is what the refs are allowing for a guy you're telling me to appreciate. Yep, right off his back heel. And yes, Gordon sees the opportunity, but he doesn't come anywhere close to getting that ball. LeBron just picks it up and starts dribbling again. You want me to appreciate that the NBA's fallen so far, they allow kindergarten rules for this guy to succeed. Look at the Nuggets. They know the game's over. The game's in their hands. It's okay. Let's not get upset that the refs helped LeBron get a two-pointer when the Lakers needed a three-pointer. I almost forgot about this one. He loses the ball on the play before that one. He turned the ball over again. The last few minutes of each of these games are disastrous for LeBron James, whether they win or lose. It's like watching him try to make the Lakers lose. And all we hear is that the Lakers didn't do enough for LeBron James. And you brainwashed, I can't think for myself, LeBron fans saying, appreciate this while you can. I'll appreciate the comedy. That's okay, right, LeBron? Because it's not about winning. It's about getting your shooting percentage up there by continuing to make layups. Winning doesn't matter anymore. You actually have people repeating that insanity in order to prop up your legacy. Appreciate it, people. Appreciate what he's done for the game. Winning doesn't matter anymore. Oh, I almost forgot LeBron's final blunder of the game. Eye of the tiger, concentration, just floating around there, doing nothing, not actually defending. This is where Jokic has a mismatch on Reeves. There's no way that Hachimura can't come over to help because that's a guaranteed bucket by Jokic on Reeves. So Hachimura comes over to help. James does not react. James does not rotate. James is eating popcorn watching it happen until Aaron Gordon is already receiving the pass from Jokic, and by then all he can do is foul. I'm surprised they even bothered to call the foul. Wow, LeBron, inspirational. How you single-handedly made sure the Lakers could not win that game. Congratulations on the 40,000.